Welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me for this, the last show of the 10th Joy of Painting series. So I tell you what, let's start off and have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let's go on up here. We have our standard 18 by 24 inch canvas. It's covered with a nice thin even coat of liquid white. It's all slick and wet and it's ready to go. So let's start. I'm going to start out today with some phthalo blue on the brush. Just tap the brush right into the blue. Just tap it in, like so. Okay, let's go right up here. Let's build us a happy little sky. We just take this blue and we'll make some little crisscross strokes, like so. Maybe we'll leave some areas open. We'll have some fun. We'll play a little bit, just leave them open. To that blue, I'm going to add the least little touch of midnight black. Just want to, there, yeah. Make it a little darker in places. There we go. Blue, little touch of black. There we are. Now the color is automatically blending with the liquid white, and it gets lighter and lighter and lighter down here toward the horizon. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, now then, while we have that on the brush, good old blue in the brush, let's come right down here and let's put, maybe there'll be a little water down here. Let's start right down here. Okay, come across this way. We'll have a little water down the bottom of this painting. What the devil? We can do that if we want. Something about like so. Okay, let me wash the brush. And we wash our brushes with odorless paint thinner. Shake off the excess. Just beat the devil out of it. All right, now with a clean brush, we go back in here and very gently just blend. Just blend, just like so. See, those areas we left now are nice little light areas. We could stop right there and have nice cloud-looking effects in the sky. Maybe we'll make a happy little cloud today. There. Here we're just blending the paint out. And then very lightly we'll go across it to take out the brush strokes. And down here, same thing, all the way across. That little light area that we left, it remains right there. See, it looks like a little sheen of light that's going to be playing across the water when we're done. Okay. And then we can wash your brush again. That's the fun part of this. Take out all your frustrations and hostilities. Just like that. Okay, happy little clouds. We'll grab a 1-inch brush and let's go right into titanium white. Just pull that brush right through there. We can even go down here and get the least little touch of the bright red. Least little touch. Don't get crazy with it. It's very strong. A lot of paint in the brush. Okay, let's go up here. Now, if we're going to have a cloud that lives right there, let's just go right in here using little circles. You could do this with a fan brush or the 2-inch brush, whatever. I just happen to pick up this one. And let's just lay in all kinds of beautiful little clouds. Just sort of let your imagination go crazy. Just think like a cloud. Just float around the sky, have a good time. That's all. And when you're doing this, just sort of relax and be calm and peaceful. Enjoy the life. Just really should bring you a lot of good feelings here. Should make you happy. Painting should really make you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, then you're doing the wrong thing. There we go. Let's shoot. Just put another layer here. Just make a decision. How many clouds you want, drop them in. No big deal. Might even put one up here. That'll give you a lot of practice. And if there's a secret to this, it's practice. Just practice. Anything that you want to be good at, you practice. And it's the same with painting. The more you practice, the easier it gets. The more fun you have with it. Pretty soon, you don't even have to think about how you're loading the brushes because you know what's going to happen. All you have to think about is composition and effects. That's when it really becomes fun. It's when you no longer You no longer have to spend all your thinking time thinking about, now, how do I load this brush or how do I load the knife? That will become automatic. Here I'm just blending. Take out the little brush strokes, corner the brush, just sort of wind this up, mix it up, just mix, don't overdo. Don't overdo. If you blend too much, they'll just disappear. They'll go in and leave you. You'll be sitting there all by yourself. But if that happens, you can go right back and drop them right back in. It's no problem at all. Lift up. This just sort of fluffs them. Makes those nice little fluffy edges. Just fluffs them up. Look at that. Isn't that a super nice, easy way to make some fantastic little clouds? And I beat the brush just to knock the excess paint off of it. Because I'm lazy and it's easier than cleaning the brush all over again. There we go. Isn't that a beautiful little sky? That quick. I knew you could do it. There we are. Now we can wash our brush. Just shake it off. Okay, we're in business. Now, let's see. Today, let's use the old round brush. I'm gonna go right into some Van Dyke Brown, some dark sienna. Shoot, we'll grab a touch of this Prussian blue. Just a touch, because it's very strong. So we got both browns and a little Prussian blue. There it is. Now then, have to make some decisions. Maybe we'll have let's have a happy little tree that lives right here on the corner. I want to do maybe we'll do a little country scene today. There we are. So we'll have a lot of little trees back here. This round brush is super for doing little background trees. See? But I start at the bottom and work upward. That way it gets lighter and lighter and lighter as it goes up. So the dark area down here is where all the shadows are. That's what down here, not as much light will get through. So you want that darker. So by starting there and working up your brushes, your brush is just running out of paint, that's all. Just make a decision. Look at there, that tree just grew on me. It just grows and grows. And just however many trees you want in your world. That's how many there should be. That's how many there should be. Maybe right here. You knew that, though, didn't you? Okay. Well, we got Tree City right here in a matter of minutes. And we could literally just about fill all this in with color. And I'm tapping quite firmly. You can probably hear that. It's really tapping quite firm. In here, we said there was going to be some water, but don't worry about it. Anything that comes down in here, shoot, we just turn it into reflections. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal at all. We can fix any old thing that happens. In some of the instructional videotapes we make, we show how to correct as well as how to make these things, and that's to be able to correct is probably as important as being able to paint. So we devote a lot of energy to showing you how to do that. All right, now then, take the liner brush, a little paint thinner on it, and I want to thin this paint till it's like water. Turn that brush and pull it out to a nice sharp point. Look at there, see how sharp it is? Good, let's go up here. Now here and there, we're going to put in the indication of a little tree trunk, wherever there's one. And maybe there's some out here. No worry, just there. See? Just relax and enjoy. Just sort of let this happen. Think like a tree. There we go. A little more thinner. Anytime your paint won't just slide right off the brush, add some more thinner. Thin paint will stick to thick paint. Thin to thick. Okay. That gives us an indication of a lot of happy little trees out there. Tell you what, I'm going to go right into Use the same old dirty brush. I'll go right into some midnight black and then some yellow. Tap that brush. Tap it. Load a lot of paint. Same old dirty brush. I'm using the color that's already in the brush to mix with this. There was a little bit of blue in that, so that helps it turn green. There. Okay? Now, right up here, let's go start here. Just touch and let all those little sparklers just jump right off the brush. Oh, here's a little one right there. Work in layers. Work in layers. There we go. Little round brush just does some fantastic things. See, make individual trees back here. We can dip into a little yellow ochre, little Indian yellow, and then here and there I'm going to jump on the bright red. There's another little bush. Well, he's a pretty little devil. He lives right there. There we go. Maybe out here. There's another one. Here's a little piece over here. See, think about the limbs projecting out and causing... See, there's little clumps here. There's just not a solid green mass. They're not just hit at random. See, look at the shapes. Pay particular attention to the shapes. When you're doing these, don't just hit at random. Think about what you're doing. Look at the trees in your yard. Take a trip to the woods. Go out and talk to a tree. Make friends with it. See, look at all the little layers and stuff. There we go. There. Just all kinds of little things happening. There, we'll put another one right in there. That one's got a little more red in it. It just really jumps out at you. Pretty little rascal. Pretty little rascal. Just layer after layer after layer. Okay, I'm just wandering all over here. Just dropping all kinds of... Maybe there's one right here. Well, if I'm not careful, I'm going to cover up everything I said was going to be water. I get carried away. These little rascals are so much fun to make, and they're so pretty. Sometimes I just get carried away and don't know when to stop. Okay, let's come right in here. This is going to be water. Let's grab this and turn it into reflections. Pull it straight down, straight down, straight down. Like that. See there? Isn't that fantastic? Now go across. Isn't that easy? You have instant reflections. It's very, very simple. We'll just use that same old brush. I'm going right into some of the browns again. Let's just lay in a little bit of color here. We can begin creating all kinds of happy little things. These are just the browns, at least a little touch of Prussian blue, but not much. Mostly browns. Oh, just all kinds of things going on. There. There we go. See? We'll just throw this on like that. It doesn't make any difference. All we're looking for right here is just color. Just applying color to the canvas. You could really put it on with a paint roller if you wanted to. We'll start a whole new style of painting. There we go. And that quick, we got the canvas all covered up and it's ready. Now then, if we want reflections, just decide where the little land masses are going to be, pull it down, go across, maybe under here. See there? See there? That easy. You can create all kinds of little peninsulas, little projections out into the water. Whatever. Whatever. Go back to my round brush, get a little color on it, and let's put a happy little bush right about there. There we go. I know what let's do. Out here on this little body of water, let's build us a little cabin. Just a tiny little house that's out here. We'll take Van Dyke Brown and let's go right up in here and decide where our house is going to live. If he's right here, touch and pull. Just give it a little pull. There we go. Like that. over on this side. All we're doing right now is just blocking in color, so we don't care. Just blocking in color. Little place to go and hide. When everything gets too hectic, you can go out here and just have a good time by yourself. Listen to the birds. Take some red, a little dark sienna. Maybe the least little touch of white into that. Ooh, nice color. Maybe a little more red. There we go. Okay. And let's go right up here. This sort of a rust color roof. Maybe he had a tin roof and it rusted on him. Okay, a little touch of that color right down the other side of the roof. There we go. Now then, the least little touch of a light color. See? Just enough to make that stand out so you can see it well. Least little amount. Let's get the small knife. I'm going to take some white with a touch of midnight black into it. There we are. Pull it out very flat, cut across, and once again we have our little roll of paint. Let's go up here, touch it, pull it straight down. This is just sort of a grayish color. And the more you pull it, see, it's going to pick up that brown, so you can take it to any degree that you want it to be. Now then, on the other side, I want it a little darker, so I'll use the same color and add a little more black to it. See, pull it out. Once again, that's a little roll of paint. This is a small knife. See, it sneaks up into these little areas. Boy, just right up in there. And it's a little bit more flexible. A little bit more flexible. Okay, tell you what, let's find a little brown. And we'll give him a door. We'll put the door over here. You can put the door anywhere you want it on your cabin. Take a little white, just go right around the edges, sort of outline it. Maybe right there is a window, a little brown, and there's another window. Looks like two big eyes looking at you. This is a Halloween house. Now, chop off the bottom. We'll do a house-ectomy right there. Yeah, that must be a Halloween house. Okay, where's my fan brush? There it hides. I'll take a little yellow, reach up here and grab a little black. That'll make a beautiful green color. Just work it right into the brush. I'll pick up a little yellow ochre too. A lot of color. Just go up here. Now we can go back here and begin pushing up some nice little grassy areas right around the house. See, just give it a little upward push. Just a little upward push, that easy. There we go. We can just make all kinds of little grassy areas. Look at that, look at that. And we'll use the other side to brush. See, and what we left there, let's use the little knife. And we'll sneak right back up in here. We'll make that a little path so we can come down here and catch that big fish that lives over here. There we go. All right. Okay, over here we'll put in some happy little grassy areas, like so. Just wherever you want them. I tell you what. There's a nice one. Tell you what, I see. Maybe that's just a perfect place to have a little path. So let's do that. Let's do that. You know, while I'm putting this little path in, some of the questions that we get asked over and over, probably one of the most common questions that I hear is there any editing done to the shows? All the time I get asked, do you actually paint the pictures this quick, or is it video magic? There is no editing. Absolutely no. What you see is what happened. Even the mistakes, they're in there too. There is no editing at all. None whatsoever. Sometimes maybe it'd be better if there was. But I think that's what I like about this. It's very spontaneous, and we just do it. Okay, I got a little brown and white here, and I'm going to go back and just put the indication of at least a little bit of highlight right along there. Okay, that easy. We got a little path. Now then, to push that path into the painting, let me grab a little more of the black, the yellow, make some green. Now then, let's begin bringing some grassy areas down into the path. That'll help set the path down into the painting, make it look like it belongs there. And not many people come down this path. The bushes and the grass is about to reclaim it. A couple of more years and you won't be able to find this one. If you don't use it, nature comes and takes it back. There we are. This comes right on out. Just all kinds of little things. There. See? That easy. That easy. By making this go upward, it'll look like there's a little bump there. Change the lay of the land so it's not all just flat. Maybe this path sits down in a recessed area. So just by, see how that goes around? Little simple things like that keep your painting from being boring. There we go. Use these little things to your advantage. And then we can take the knife, and here and there, we'll just scratch in a stick or two, and usually in the dark areas. All kinds. Some of them come right over the path. Hope you can see those. They're there. Sometimes they're hard to see. I'll turn the knife this way and make them a little bigger so they stand out. See? There we go. And back in here even, you might see a few little things. Now then, let's take a little brown, and right up in here, we'll go with this one. Maybe there's some little areas like so. Like so. This is, here I'm just using the small knife, a little brown and white. We can come back and make it look like there's a few little stones and rocks and all kinds of happy things. A little liquid white, pull it out very flat. And let's come along here, put us in a little water line. Right on back here. Just a little water line. Right here. This sort of cleans up the bottom and gives you a division. Breaks it up. Breaks it up. Now sometimes I use a much darker color, but for television purposes this shows up much, much better. Much, much better. There we go. You know what? I didn't put any grass over here in this land area. Don't want him left out. So we'll put a little bit right there. Make another little peninsula. Give him a water line. Look at that. That easy. That easy. We got him. A little stick or a twig here and there. Let's have some fun. Shoot. We're doing so well here. Doing so well here. Let's take the old fan brush, load it full of brown. Maybe there's a happy tree. maybe. Yep, you're right. He lives right there. Right there. Big old tree. There he is. We're just using the fan brush. Maybe he's got a friend right there. Right there, wherever you want him. It's up to you. Could be another little one hiding in there. Now we can take our liner brush, paint thinner on it, right into the brown, and let's put an arm or two out here on the tree. Just a little arm or two. There we go. Here's one over in here. Wherever you want them. Paint should be as thin as ink, thin as water. There they are. Wherever. Just as many or as few. There. We can go right into a little bit of the light color and put the indication of some highlight here. One side of the trunk is usually lighter because of light striking it, and bring it all together. Just like that. We'll put some grass on his little foots. Now, round brush. We'll go right into some of this brown. A little touch of the Prussian blue. Just tap it right in there. Tap firmly. Okay, let's go back up here. Now maybe there's some happy little leaves that live up here. Just tap them on. Isn't that simple? There. Well, as this last show draws to a close, I'm sort of sad to be leaving you for a while, but I'll be back. We already have plans for the next series, so we'll be back. We'll be back. You're too good a friend to go away and leave for any length of time. We'll be back. Let's go up here with a little bit of yellow. Just let that rascal shine out here. All kinds of beautiful little things happening. And I really would like to thank you for inviting me into your home. I feel as if I know you, and if we're good friends, it does wonderful things to my heart to know that you're watching the shows and that you're having fantastic success. I'd also, before I go, I'd like to thank the entire crew here for another job well done. They're fantastic people. There we go. So from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting, God bless, and I hope to see you very soon.